Hello students, I am Assistant Professor Yeshan Bohra from Alger School of Law, and today we'll be continuing our topic of general exceptions from section 92. In your previous lecture we have completed till section 91, and today we'll be continuing our session from section 92. So now let's see what the section 92 talks about. Now section 92, it says that act done in a good faith for the benefit of the person without the consent is not an offense. Now, before going through this section, I just want to give you an example that suppose A is a person who has fallen from his horse, and because of that, he got injured severely and his back was hurted. Now, while coming to the hospital, after coming to the hospital, the surgeon thought that there is a need to operate A, and without the consent of A and acting in a good faith, he thought that I should operate A, and he started the operation. And after the operation, unfortunately, A died. Now, in that case, whether that surgeon is liable for his act or not. So again, coming to his liability, or again coming to his act, the surgeon is not liable for his act because he has committed no wrong and he has acted in a good faith and for the benefit of the person, and even without his consent, because there are such circumstances in which the person, uh, there was the need of a time, you can say, and it was very urgent, and because he cannot take the consent of that particular person, it doesn't mean that he has not acted in a good faith. Therefore the person will be, you see that the person will be exempted of his acts under section 92, and he can take benefit under section 92. So section 92 says that nothing is an offense by reason of any harm which it may cause to a person for whose benefit it is done in a good faith, even without, just mark it down, even without that person's consent, if the circumstances are such that it is impossible for that person to signify consent, or if that person is incapable of giving consent and has no guardian or other person in lawful in charge for him, from whom it is possible to obtain the consent in the time being, for the thing being to be done for the for his own benefit, then in that case the person is not liable, who has acted without the consent of the person and who has acted in good faith to save that particular person. Now moving further, there are again certain exceptions of section 92, which says that it shall not be intentionally extend, like this particular section not extend to intentionally causing death or attempting the cause of death. Second, again, it shall not extend to intentionally or to causing any person grievous hurt, or to cause death by the grievous hurt. Third, again, this section will not extend to voluntarily causing hurt or attempting to cause hurt, and it will not extend to abatement of any offense to committing which the offense is not which the offense would not extend. Now again, you will see the exceptions of section 92 and exceptions of section uh, yeah, exceptions of section 92 and exceptions of section 89. If you have like you remember section 89, that both the exceptions are the same. Now moving further, section 93. Section 93, it talks about that communication made in a good faith. It says that no communication made in a good faith is an offense by reason of any harm to a person to whom it is made. It is made for the benefit of that particular person. Now in this particular section, Now you will see that I'll give you an example. You'll see that there are sometimes there are certain things, as in you must have seen in the movies or the serials, or in the real life, that the doctors says the patient that you don't have much more time, and soon you will be dead because of that particular disease. Now, in that case, if the person uh, dies of by hearing that or by listening that news, then in that case the doctor or the surgeon will not be held liable. Why? Because he knows that he has to make communication, or he has to communicate this particular thing to the deceased or to the person who is injured or who is affected by the particular disease, and for the benefit of him, to like if he wants to live in a lively manner, or if he wants to do some important work, then he can do that particular important work. So again, yeah, then that person will be can take the benefits of section 93. Okay. And again, this section protects the innocent without unduly cloaking the guilty. It means that the section, it protects the innocent persons who have acted in a good manner, and who have not acted with the malevolent intention. Okay. Moving further, section 94. Section 94, it talks about the act to which a person is compelled by a threat. Okay. Now, the section, the first you see the exception, except in the case of murder and the offenses against the state punishable with death. Means if the person is committing the offenses, offense of murder, or the offenses which are against the state, and whose punishment is a death sentence, then these offenses will not be included. Again, moving further, it says that nothing is an offense which is done by a person who is compelled to do it by the threat, which at the time of doing it reasonably caused the apprehension that instant death of that person will otherwise be the consequence. Now, in this particular section, you must have you must have seen so many examples that if you'll not do this particular thing, I'll kill you, right? Then in that case, if the person, except in the cases of murder and the cases offenses against the state whose punishment is there, if the person committed any act, and by this particular threat, or having the threat, or having the reasonable apprehension that if he not commit that particular act, then in that case he will be dead, or he will die, then in that case the person will not be liable and for his act, and again he can take benefit under section 94, provided that the person doing the act did not of his own accord or from a reasonable apprehension or harm of himself, short of instant that placed himself in the situation by which he became the subject of that constraint. Now it's like that person, he himself has not made any such situations which made him to do this acts. If it was like by chance, or if it was like he was not aware of the fact that this particular situation will occur, then in that case he can avail the section, he can avail the benefit of the section. But if in case he has he himself has brought him like he himself brought him into this particular situation, then in that case the person will not be like will not be able to take the benefit of under like benefit under this particular section. Now again, moving to the explanation, it says that a person who of his own accord or by the reason of threat being beaten joins a gang dacoits knowing their character is not entitled to benefit of this particular section. Now again, it has been like cleared that if the person with his consent or with, and if he knows that and after that he joins any like the gang or the dacoits, or again they know that he knows that the person or the gang or the dacoits is having doing these types of work, then in that case the person cannot avail the benefits of this particular exception. Now I think you must have got the idea of section 94. Now moving further to section 95, it talks about act causing slight harm. Now, you must have heard again the particular maxim de minimis non curate lex. It says that Lord does not takes the trifling matters or the small matters or the penny matters. It does not consider all the trifling matters. Now, this section says that nothing is an offense by reason that it causes or that intended to cause or that it is known to likely to cause any harm. If that harm is so slight that no person of ordinary sense temper would complain of such harm, then in that case the person cannot cannot be held for that particular crime. Like if there is any a little harm or the no harm, the person has got the little harm or no harm, then in that case the person cannot say that or cannot you can say cannot charge that particular person, because again he is uh, uh, like he is saved, you can say, or he can take benefit under section 95, that the law does not take the trifling matters or the small matters. So I think that you must have got the definitions, or you say that I'll say that general exceptions till now. If there is any query, you can just comment in the box, and again I'll say that please keep studying and keep reading, so that it will be better for you to understand the sections. And once you understand the sections, please connect it with the live examples which you see around yourself, and I'm sure that that after that you will never forget these sections. So I'll take your leave now. Thank you, and have a nice day.